Been a while since I've come on and done a live. For those that are new, my name is Shannon. For the replay, you're watching another yarn. This is my happy place. That's all I can say. It's 100% my happy place. And I hope you enjoy it here too. Working on a sweater that is 5+ years old, something along that line. Yeah, so having a blast. I don't know what you guys are working on. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? Michelle, I was packing some things up and I realized, wait a minute, aren't you allergic to wool? So I kind of rethink that. So go ahead and confirm. Hi, Rachel. How are you doing? One way or the other, because what I had in mind isn't going to work. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, like I said, working on the brown found in my Tackle It box. I did already film, haven't gotten it uploaded yet, but I did film for tomorrow's video, and I showed picking up stitches on that green sock. So that'll be fun there. No wool allergies, Michelle? Okay, well then I have to repackage your box. All right, it was Michelle I was thinking of. So, very nice. Okay, that's wonderful. Hi, Kim, how are you doing? And Becky, and hi, Elaine. I gotta get this thing over here. Let's see, what's it doing? Got it. Now I got my chat over here, but it's not letting me play. Come on. Play nice. Play nice. I don't know. It's just not letting me play. Who knows? Why can I not see all the chat stuff? That's what I want to see. There we go. All right. So saying hi, and so is Elaine and Kim and Becky, Michelle, and Turtle, I don't remember your name, Rachel, and Tammy. Hi, everybody. I said just wanted to pop on and do a little bit of a live. What I want to do, and I don't have the setup for it yet because, well, I just don't, is to be able to talk with you guys. Come here, buddy. We have a wind going on right now, and he is petrified. But I wanted to be able to come on and talk to you. You could see me face to face, but also have something where I could show my hands, and that way I could do more stuff as far as like showing pick-up stitches. And I've got a lot of other things that are in my, you know, long forgotten and buried bin and box for quite some time that I would love to be able to whoa, it's okay, puppy, you're fine. But I'd love to be able to show those things and explain those. And I really do need to have something to where you can see that point of view for the hands besides, you know, just sitting here knitting. You know, minor details. I want to anyway. Well, let's see. I don't know. But, fun times. I'm trying to get this silly thing where I can see all my stuff, so I don't know. It's just not letting me. Okay, that is showing live. Why am I not able to see all that? Let's see. Don't know. It's being weird. It's weird. This is what happens when you try to set stuff up. And I can't see, I can see a little bit. I got to get a little bit closer and everything to see some of the icons I do remember, and that makes it nice. Got Amy and Julie and Mel here. Thank you so much. And go ahead and see if I can get that to see. Okay, I can see some comments on here a little bit better. And everybody's saying hi to everybody, which is really wonderful. What a great community that we have. I'm having a blast. Who else enjoys YouTube as much as I do? I mean, I would hope with being here and everything that you guys are enjoying YouTube. I have so much fun editing the videos and doing all of the wonderful stuff that goes into this. And I've been doing daily videos for June will be 2 years. That's a long time. And I don't really think I'm going to be stopping anytime soon. You know what I'm getting at? Oh, evidently I have a lot to say about yarn, right? Isn't that what it is? It's just the happiness of yarn and having fun and being with people and the community. Oh my gosh. And you guys have been so encouraging with all the stuff and the different programs, not really programs, but the different series that I've started this year. The Tackle It series going for the really old stuff. The To the Toes series where I'm trying to work on doing some socks or some feet related, not struggling at the end of the year. I've got a couple other things in the works. You're gonna have fun with that. Let's see. Will you be? Yeah, we need to. Who do I know in here that we can have some moderators? Yeah, because we don't need anything along that line. Let's see. Let's see. Pin channel activity. Go to Michelle. You want to be a moderator? Would you like to help out with that? Would that be something interested in? Let me know, because yeah, we could do that. I do talk about yarn, and I'm definitely quite sincere about that. The crochet socks for tomorrow's video, I just put the green socks on needle, so we're getting there. So that's going to be all kinds of excitement as far as that's concerned, right? We're getting there, one step at a time. Let's see. Michelle, what you do is you just do whack-a-troll. So you can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users in timeout if they're saying things that they shouldn't be saying. So interested in that or not, but let me know. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. We're going to go like that. Pin report to remove. But yeah, because we don't want to get banned from people and stuff. That's the thing when you go live. Sometimes you get the people who really like your channel and like your stuff, but you're also being put out there in front of anybody who wants to join on the YouTube channel, and not everybody has the same intention. That's a good way to do it. Yep, exactly. Yeah, so I always find it interesting when I've been on other channels and somebody will come on and have ill intent. I'm like, can you not see that everyone's just having fun and minding their own business and enjoying themselves? Come on in, enjoy with us. You can talk about yarn, and if you don't know about yarn and you're interested, we can tell you. Yeah, because we're a friendly group. I have found the group being amazing, very friendly, very easy to get along with. Oh, the animals in the background? Yeah. Okay, so here's some of the stuff that I've got in the background. This is my little Totoro. You know, I don't actually watch the... Is it a cartoon for Totoro? I don't really know. But I get comments on this guy a lot, so evidently he's pretty popular and famous. I don't know. A friend of mine had asked me to make one. This is my second one. I made it years ago. So this one's crochet. I enjoy making all sorts of critters, crochet, knit, what have you. But a lot of times I have to kind of gut through it. I'm all excited about it and I'm ready to make it and everything is right there. And if I don't make all the pieces, there's a chance it could end up like Layla here. Layla is something that I have had. She's just a head. She's supposed to have a body. She doesn't have a body. I made her 10 years ago. Yeah, she has been my mascot for 10 years. This is Layla the love bug. So if I don't gut through all the pieces like I did with the Totoro, there's a chance I'm just going to have, you know, like a massacre of amigurumi pieces. And that's all there is to it. And that's what poor Layla is. It's been recommended, and I'm going to do it, that I should at least, if I'm going to leave her as a head like this, I should at least weave in this end. So I'm going to do that, so then she's just done. There you go. She's just a head on my shelf. I do have the pattern to finish this. It's a paid-for pattern. I do have the pattern, and I think I still have the yarn that I used a decade ago. But at this point, I've just had her like this as a head. I think if she had a body, she'd run away. I don't know if I really want to go that far, right? I mean, I might lose her. I've got grandkids. They might take her. You know, and Layla's been my buddy. We can't lose Layla. That would be wrong. So I'm always making fun little things. Okay, I'm knocking stuff over. That's okay. Fun little things, and I get to keep the ones the grandkids don't take. So this one is one of the Impkins. This is a choose your own pattern, kind of like those that are old enough that remember the Goosebumps had the choose your own story, the choose your own chapter. It's similar to that. You choose which head, which arms, which belly, whether you get a little fat belly or not, whether it has a tail, a hat, that type of stuff. So a lot of fun, and you can have one pattern book with all the different parts and pieces and literally make thousands of different things without repeating exactly one from the next. So just some fun stuff as far as that goes. I should see what I've got on comments over here. Let's see. We got some messages that didn't go. Thank you guys for reporting whoever was being naughty. I appreciate that. Do I have a crochet video to make these? I don't have necessarily the tutorials. Well, I have 4 tutorials out there, and you're welcome to look at my channel and see those, but I haven't gone through the step-by-step of making one of these animals. And that's part of what I was saying when I first got online here, is I don't have the setup yet, because, well, all this is fun and new to me, of how to visually see my face while I'm talking. I guess you don't have to if I'm doing a tutorial. And then also see the hands, and where you're looking down on the hands to where you can actually see what's being done and you can replicate that. Because I think if you're going to go for a tutorial, you would want something along that line. So yeah, that's there. Oh, I forgot to say, thank you guys for everybody that is a member of my channel and all the subscribers, and go ahead and hit the like and subscribe if you haven't. That really helps out with the YouTube and the algorithms and all the other stuff as far as that is concerned. I do put out some members only content, and that varies, just depends on the mood. We know how that goes, right? So really do appreciate all the support that I've gotten for my channel in all the different ways. I do thank you for that. Hi Thrifty, how are you? It's nice to see you here. And yeah, yes, Layla is older than all of my grandchildren. Not some of them, all of them. She has been around a lot longer. Hi Cynthia. Yeah, I don't schedule my lives necessarily. I think I put this one like 15 minutes before I came on live, but I don't generally schedule. It kind of depends on the mood and the energy level, and the charge on my phone. It's happened more often than not where I'm like, I'm gonna go live, and then my phone has like 15% bar or something, like, oh, that's not gonna be a good thing. That's not gonna work out well. So all the stars have to line up. We know how that goes. And so glad I found your live. I could never catch your live. Well, that's why. That's exactly why. Blade, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I mean, YouTube is such a supportive group of helping one another out. I don't have this set up just because I haven't gotten into Nightbot to where if you hit drop or something like that, it would drop your link. But if you guys can kind of look and say, hey, if you have a channel, type in you have a channel so other people can click on your name and maybe subscribe to you, that type of a situation, so we can help one another out. Because that's what this is all about, is uplifting one another and the crafting community that we so enjoy. That's where I'm at. Hi, Vicky, how are you? Nice to see you here. Yep. You know, that's okay. I do things at different times, and you're in Michigan too, so you're in a different time zone, so it's bedtime. I get that. So Blade does hobbies. Well, yeah, okay, so that's a channel. That's nice. And figuring out, yeah, Thrifty, I don't have all of that down. And, you know, it's got all this other stuff on here. I'm like, who knows? Yep. Let's see. Trying to, here we go. Start goal. Ooh, there. Haha. Turn some things on. So yeah, everything is just new with YouTube, what YouTube does or doesn't do. And then I've watched other people trying to figure out Nightbot also. And it's not as easy as one would think. There's not a clear set out there. Like for Twitch streaming, there are things that are set up as far as that goes, but not necessarily for YouTube on how to do the commands to where when you put drop in there, it'll do something, or you can type in weather and it'll tell you weather report or what have you. I haven't figured out those things. I would say it's because I'm not smart enough, but that's not really it. I haven't looked into it. So that's more it. You know, it's one of those like, let me read code on how to do this, or let me work on my crafting. Let's see, you know what wins, right? Obviously the knitting and the crocheting, those win every single time. I'm like, I don't know. Okay, Michelle, you have a new channel? What's on your new channel? I mean, I know what your old channel is, but I don't know what the new one is. Yep. So I don't know. Cynthia, I'm a morning watcher too. It's nice to get bonus content during the evening. I'm trying to add a little bit more. There is that, and I've been trying to be a little better on for like the members and everything, so I do that. Or one of the things that I've done for the members, they have a new feature with the YouTube where you can release something to members and then it goes later for the content for everybody. So we know Mountain Time, 6 a.m. Mountain Time, I drop a video every morning. So if I'm up before then, I'll go ahead and click the members only so the members can watch it at whatever time the dog got me up that morning. you know, it's kind of a little bit of a perk. So I'll get that. It's like, hey, I was the first one to comment. I'm like, yeah, I know, because you're like the only one that's been released to. So there's that. So I have a lot of fun with that stuff. I'm like, okay. And just learning different things. And I didn't know that if you click that button, it immediately goes to the members. Like, well, wait. I want it to go like in the morning, right? Not right now. So that was just kind of fun with learning different things with that. Uh, That is hilarious. Yeah, my husband knows different people too. He knows them by name. He knows them by sound. Well, definitely by sound. He knows them by sound. He'll talk to the TV also, and he watches my stuff, and he's my biggest fan. And it's kind of funny, depending on what level of the house he's in, where he's watching, because he'll put it on whatever channel. I wake up to my voice also. So you're not the only one who wakes up to me talking. I also wake up to me talking. And if I'm sleeping in a little bit, because normally I get up around 6:30 if the dog hasn't gotten me up earlier, I'll hear myself in the background already. I already hear my videos. And there's those time periods where he's somewhere else and I don't hear it. I'm like, wait, it's not the same. I don't hear me talking. Yeah, so yeah, we all get that. I definitely hear myself in the morning. Right? I'm like, hi Shannon, how you doing? That's good. And the same thing with the music. I'm like, I know what he's listening to. It's kind of funny. But he's my biggest fan. I mean, he's the best. Right? That's how that goes. Oh, hi Antoinette, how are you doing? So you got Vicky, Thrifty, Cynthia, Michelle, Blade, Antoinette, and Maisie. It's like, yeah, Elaine, it's interesting. There are definitely channels that I watch also during the morning, the daily YouTube, and I like that daily, even if I'm sleeping in a little bit later, Saturday or Sunday, dog dependent. I'd like to go to those channels that I know that are daily recorders, and that's just kind of like the everyday kind of a thing. I'm like, but you're always there, and I always get to listen to your voice, and where are you? So I try to make sure that I'm in that same boat. I'm always there, and that's when I drop my videos. Is like I said, 6 a.m. is Mountain Time, 8 a.m. Eastern, and then there's the bonus videos every once in a while, because why shouldn't there be? Especially when we first found out with Joanne going out of business. We know Joanne Fabric is out of business, and now people are seriously panic buying. Not me. I did mine. I did mine when I got the best selection. I did my Joanne shopping when I got the stackable coupons. I did it when I was commenting on, I think Joanne Fabric is giving all of us as their regular customers and the people who really supported them throughout this time period, they gave coupons, and if we paid attention, and I'm telling you, I was shouting that coupon from the rooftop. I was not only letting people know from my channel, I was going on other people's lives and putting it down in the comments going, hey, this coupon's good at Joanne until this date. The last one I think was over like Valentine's Day or something like that. It's like, hey, it's over here. Go ahead and use it. You want to use it. You want to use this coupon. It's extra 25% off. I just thought that was hilarious. I was doing it on my channel and others' channels, right? Because I mean, it's the yarning community. You got to help everyone out, right? I'm like, come on, it's an extra discount. So now people are going to the stores, and I have not gone to my Joanne. But they're going to the stores and showing pictures of empty aisles and very, very sad, and getting the yarn at, it's just straight flat 25% off right now, and doing that. And I'm like, I am so happy that I got all of the yarn that I got, way more than I needed to spend, but all of it that I got at the discounts that I got. I mean, it made a huge difference. Oh, there we go. So I'm a little behind on the comments now. Let's see. I considered a new channel, same channel, but I've only been posting for a few months. Yeah, that is a new channel. I just post pictures and make stuff on my post page, formerly community tab. Yeah, that confused me when it went to the post. I kept looking for the community tab and I was confused and like, nope. Oh, from Mexico. Awesome. Welcome aboard. I'm in Colorado. I don't know where everyone else is, but I'm in Colorado and we are under a blizzard warning. So right now it's not snowing, but the blizzard's going to start about midnight my time. And yeah, my town is like in a snow globe. If Colorado's going to get snow, my town's going to get snow. We're in a snow globe. Yeah, we're getting that blizzard. And it's gone anywhere from 4 to 12 inches, kind of whatever, but we'll see. See when I wake up. It looked like Christmas Wonderland. Today didn't even need a coat. Went to work, didn't even need a coat, but we're going to have a blizzard. It's Colorado. It's Colorado. That's how that works. Yep. And you're the other woman in his life. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. That would be strange to wake. Yeah, Michelle, I've been waking up to myself for almost 2 years. It's the craziest thing. Um, oh, have you heard about me before, Doggy Life? I don't know what your first name is. You've seen me in other lives. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, I told you I was in other lives going, Joanne has this coupon, extra 25% off. They're going out of business. Get your yard now. You know, and I feel sorry for everyone who waited and they're just getting it at the straight 25% at whatever is available. I was getting stuff at, 40, 50, 60% off when I was double stacking the coupons. I took advantage. Yep. Yep. So 8 a.m. So you're Eastern time then if you're watching at 8 a.m. And IB Serenity, how did you find the channel? Was it another live? Who's live? Cool. That's wonderful. Let's see. And Turtle Tax, I love and appreciate the daily videos. It's like when we were kids at school, we would wake up to, that's exactly it. Like I said, there are certain ones that I watch first thing in the morning also. It's the same thing. I find myself talking to the video or that type of thing because there feels like the relationship. And YouTubers would comment on that because obviously I watch YouTube for a lot of years before I ever started a channel, and people would comment about having relationships with their subscribers. So I'm like, that's weird. That's not a thing. That's just whatever. I get it now. I didn't get it. I really didn't. But I'm like, oh, that really is true. You do, because you start commenting and you comment back. And there are people that they have things in their life and they won't comment for a while. And then when they come back, I'm like, are you okay? Because it's not like I have a way to get in touch with anyone. And I'm like, are you okay? I've missed you. I've noticed. You're not here. Your presence is missed. So I just found that kind of interesting. So there are relationships that you're getting into, even with text format. Yep. It is not Shannon. No, this is not my first live. This is just first live today. Yes. Kathy, I'm so glad that you were able to use those coupons. Man, I'm telling you, I thought that was fantastic. And Antoinette, you got on the coupons too. And Judy, lots of Joanne panic buying. And nope, this is definitely not my first live. Thanks for that. You encouraged me to be early. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm really happy that I did. The last stuff that I got ordered was that Cloud Paca. And the funny thing is I did a video and said, before I go to bed, I'm going to push the button and I'm going to buy all the yarn. And I didn't do that. And the next morning it had gone up in price. So that cost me like 40 bucks. My bad. I told everyone I was going to do it, but I didn't, right? I still got it. I'm glad I got it. And even then I debated like, oh, it'll go back down again. It didn't. That was the last of it. That was the last. So, it is what it is. Florida frequently have, Becky has breakfast with me. That's nice. And Helix Stitchcrafter saying hello. We got a lot of hellos. I've not been back to buy yarn. Got it at great. Yeah, see, that was me. Everything's just that 25% off now. I'm like, nope. We Crochet is 20% off of everything. Well, We Crochet and Knit Picks, I haven't used a lot of my Knit Picks yarns lately. And I used to crochet and, knit. I used to knit samples for Knit Picks back in the day. I really did. Why not, right? Some people knit those, right? They're not machine made. And they do contract those out to people who know how to knit. So I did that while it was fun. I also knit other samples for different designers while it was fun and enjoyed it, right? And then just moved on to other things. So fun stuff. So Snickerbuckle did a little bit of panic purchasing with the code and shared, yeah, that second bankruptcy, that was, we knew it was bad. And everyone kept saying, oh, we got West Virginia. Everybody kept saying that once it went to liquidation, the prices were going to go up. And not a joke, man. They went to regular price and then the slight discount. It's like this stuff is the Super Luxe. That's one of the KNC brands. And I made a hat with that. It's on the other side. This, I got it for $6 something, and right now it's 25%. It's normally $14.99. It's $11.24 right now for these. I am glad I got what I got. I got 2 sweater quantities, just one of this color, but 2 sweater quantities with that, and I'm so happy I did when I did, because I wouldn't have stocked up at $11.24. I just wouldn't have. Oh yeah, you're in Utah. You guys are getting hit too. Leigh said we're getting that snowstorm. I'm behind on all the comments. I should skip them, but I don't want to. Twice in 2 weeks, both times the line was. I've heard that with the lines going out the front door. I don't know how much stock they do or don't have. I contemplated stopping on there on the way home from work today. But we've got the weather coming in, and I just wanted to be in the house well before anything started. Thank you so much, Cynthia. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. But I wanted to be in the house. You know how that goes. I didn't want to be out shopping and buying anything and doing the panic buying at the grocery store, right? Because, hey, we're getting snow. Everyone needs milk and bread. Do you not buy milk and bread before the storm? Do you not ever go? I don't know. I don't know. So, no, not from alive. Your Joanne panic buying hauls. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so the panic buying, I had fun with that. And the other thing that I noticed, and I've not done that in that aspect before, each of my buying stuff was like one type of yarn. I got a bunch of the menagerie, right? And okay, that was fun. And I made something with it. And then there's this, where'd that go? I don't know where it's at. That sock yarn thing, right? Those hanks. Oh my gosh, those things, those hand-dyed hanks. Look at this. This is ooh, there goes my keyboard. It's okay. It's detachable. It's fine. This is that the hand-dyed hanks that they had. They're normally like a $20 hank. I was getting these things for $4.98 because of the sales that they had and the coupons. They had them like $6.99, and then of course the coupon $4.98. This was 2 of those hanks of yarn. Look at that. And this is a pattern by Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches. It's a tutorial. And it's absolutely adorable as the cape, the poncho. And then I also thought if, obviously I love the colors. Look, it matches everything. If I get bored with it, don't want to wear it like this any longer, I've got grandkids. Is this not the best twirly skirt for a little girl? Look at that. Look how full that is. That is so full. So all you would need to do, since it's got all the grids on it, where'd my camera go? There you go. See, all the grids? Just string some ribbon or elastic or whatever through and tie that up. Thank you so much. And that is a perfect skirt. And I've got more of the yarn that I could make a full outfit with it if I wanted to. But either way, it's that dual purpose, kind of like the sweater from my husband. Oh, that's going to be both of ours, that I call my boyfriend sweater. He's so cute because when I first said that, he was like, no, honey, oh, thank you so much. You're a member too. Wow. I appreciate that. Thank you. And he was like, no, you can't. He didn't like it when I was saying boyfriend sweater. We've been married for 33 years. He's like, woman, there is no way you are getting a boyfriend. He's my boyfriend. Okay. He's, I'm like, no, sweetie, it's you. I don't want another man. It's just you. But it's just that, the oversized, wonderful sweater. So I love it and absolutely love it. It took me 6 months to finish this because I was making so many other things. Let's see. Well, there goes the Totoro. But I was making so many other things, and this is fingering weight yarn. So is this, right? And the knit. And I got that finished for him. And I was really impressed because, yeah, it took 6 months, but the last sweater I made for him took 8 months. Hello, that's a massive improvement. And the last sweater was the worsted weight yarn. This is fingering weight yarn. And I made 3 sleeves because whatever. And so this, I'm wearing it right now, and it's like a hug. It is the most amazing, absolutely wonderful thing ever. And that yarn is Arcane Fiberworks yarn. It's hand-dyed yarn. Arcane Fiberworks is a company in Canada, and the gentleman who dyes the yarn, his name is Tyler. He does an amazing job. And it's funny, with Tyler, I was getting targeted ads for Facebook. My Facebook is yarn. Go figure. I don't have all the drama. I don't have politics. I don't have religion. I don't have my family on there. It's yarn. I subscribe to the yarn things and the yarn channels and what have you. That's it. So, hubby's like, don't play on Facebook. It's all negative. I'm like, nah, mine's not negative. Mine's on yarn stuff, right? Mine's happy. This is my happy place. So I don't have any of that other stuff that I hear other people talking about. So I was getting his ads, and they were going by. And he has these inspiration photos that go along with the yarn. It's like, this is what I thought of. Like, this was Phoenix Rising. This is what that color is. And, you've got the picture of the Phoenix coming out of, the red and the yellow and everything. It's just gorgeous. And the inspiration photos were amazing. And they look like AI. And you know how AI is on everything? You're kind of like, fool me once kind of a thing. And I saw him like, those aren't real. They were too close. His inspiration photo and his yarn were just too close. Took a chance and ordered some. Oh my gosh, it's real. It's really real. So I have a collection of Arcane Fiberworks yarn, and I'm not sure what my next sweater is going to be out of that, because this last week I worked on 7 sweaters. 7. And that's not all the sweaters I have started. I have started more than that, but I worked on 7 of them. I've got this that's going to be that Cloud Paka sweater, and it's just the black collar right now. And I've got either this or the mint green. See, I haven't even done anything else with it. So I worked on 7 sweaters, not counting this. This one I didn't even work on this last week. Like, oh, I commented that I really don't know how many I have on the needles and hooks, but I can think of 10. But I'm pretty sure there's more. But I can think of 10. So I mean, there's that. You know, where have I seen you from? Are you talking about me? Is that what you're asking? What channel or somebody else? I don't know. My pineapple shawl is a different type of grow with me. Yes, it is. A skirt when she's little, a shawl when she's older. It's true. It really is. You know what? With the amount of time it takes to do handmade things, you should have it as multi-purpose. You should be able to do that. You know, put that around there and everything and just watch her twirling and what have you. And, you know, it's like, it's Nana's turn to wear it. You know, I want to look fancy. Okay, you can wear it now, right? We can trade. We can both play together. We can play dress up. I like that. The idea of playing dress up with my granddaughter sounds good to me. Yeah. Melissa, I am so stoked on this sweater. I've got a picture of it on the mannequin dress form, and you can see all of it and everything. And it's like one of the most professional looking sweaters, and it's just understated professional, if that, I don't know how to, classic, there it is. It's classic because it's got that fold over collar that my husband loves, and it's the first time I've gotten it to look that nice. I have tried to do one of those colors in the past, and it's like, it's okay, it worked, but this one looks good. This one looks amazing. I'm like, oh, I did it. And that's the cool thing about this. I started crocheting like 45 years ago and knitting more than 25. I keep saying 25, but I've been saying 25 for a lot of years. So it's probably 30 some. And I'm still learning. I'm still improving. I'm still getting better and making something like, oh, that's how that works. You know, like the fit and the ease on something. You know, when they talk about negative ease, that means that the garment is going to stretch over your curves, that the physical garment is smaller than you are. Okay, so it's gonna be tight fitting. And when they talk about positive ease, that means your measurements might be 40, 50, 30, whatever they are. The garment's bigger than you are, so it's loose fitting, more comfortable. Those are terms like, oh, that's helpful. Where's the tutorial on that? You know, and I'm learning. And things are getting better because I'm learning. Because it's like, oh, we got this. There you go. So I have a Facebook that I haven't done anything with. I do have another yarn Facebook, and a few people have followed it. And it's funny because I posted a picture of my husband and myself with the sweaters that I made from Arcane Fiberworks previously. And just recently, I don't know if it's a new feature that Facebook has for the business thing. I have no idea. But I've had people comment going, how much? You know, like buying it. Like, no. You know, so I don't know how they found it or what have you. And I also have a Instagram that I don't pay attention to either. That one's another yarn 9, I think. And yeah, so those are the two. Yeah, I've gone by another yarn or another yarn 9 for a decade plus. So I do have accounts all over the place. Chances are, if you find it, it's probably me. And that's how that works. But I've been going by that moniker for a while. Oh, you got 30 hanks of the Joannes? Yes, because yeah, that stuff is amazing. This stuff right here, I'm telling you, you know, if you didn't want it for yourself, you could do an eBay sell and make your money back if you wanted to, you know, and then some, of course, you know. I'm not selling mine. Oh no, it's mine. But if you wanted to, if you decided it was fun, I bought it, I had a blast doing it because, you know, we had to go source it and hunt it, and that's always fun. And if you decide you don't want it anymore, there's going to be people on eBay that will want it. That's how that works. No, they're not accepting the coupons anymore. Joanne is in that liquidation phase, and it's just like, just like Party City. Party City's also liquidating all of theirs. It's just what the store says. It's base price and whatever the percentage off is. Party City, I got the 50% off. See, look, I got all the Mardi Gras masks. So I had to get my daughter and my granddaughter over again. So I want my granddaughter to play. So I don't want her on the channel. So this is what we did. I've got like 4 or 5 different fun masks because they were 50% off, and said, okay, here you go. So she can be on camera with me and we can still protect her identity, so to speak. And I have enough of these that if I can get, I just have to pin them down, right? If I can get mom and granddaughter here again, then we'll all be here, because I'm not sure where mommy is with her scarf yet, but I'm pretty sure she needs a little help with probably binding off. And my granddaughter's also working on knitting and wants to show her stuff off. So I'm like, here you go. You can do this. We can put a mask on you and then you can come on camera with us. I thought that was kind of fun. We have a bunch of these. And since they were so discounted, I think they might have been 75% off. Yeah, I think they were probably 75% off. They were very discounted. I got the really big fancy ones that started off at like $20 and what have you. I'm like, ooh, more feathers. She loves this one. This is one of her favorites. You know, it's like, okay, we'll get all the big ones. And I got a bunch of them because obviously the face size, she's younger, right? So some of them will fit better than others. And I wanted the outlandish ones, the colorful ones, the chaotic ones. I mean, why not? So I did. I got a bunch of them. So let the kids go ahead and play with those. So I'm looking forward to getting her here to where we can come back on live. Come back, or, you know, at least do another video. It was a lot of fun when my daughter joined me. My name is Shannon. Hi, I'm Shannon. And yeah, I just talk about yarn. Yarn and life and having fun. This is the no drama zone, right? And Rachel, you're starting to crochet garments and beyond. You know, it's a stepping stone. It really is. And I'm glad that you're happy with it, because, you know, some of them turn out great and some of them are like, oh yeah, that's not so cool. I mean, I'm looking in my bin, you know, I've already filmed for tomorrow's video, and, you know, I've got one of the little girls' outfits that I was working on, and I'm looking at those armholes, and I've got to have the child over. I'm like, this is too small. I think it's too small. Now, when I started, I didn't realize that, you know, proportions. Yeah. And now I'm like, that's way too small. I gotta do something. I might have to pull that one completely out. But it's amazing when you finally crack that code. And I think I would have cracked it a lot sooner if I followed patterns 100%. But I don't. Patterns are guidelines. They're suggestions. I use whatever yarn I want to, which means my things can be bigger or smaller than the intended size. I don't really care, because I'm going to give it away most of the time anyway. It'll fit somebody's my attitude. But if you want it to fit a specific person or a specific thing, then gauge matters. Like this I made, like I said, Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches, this is her pattern, and she made hers out of worsted weight yarn. Well, I made mine out of fingering weight yarn, a lot smaller. So I also added 4 more rows to my poncho than what she did to get it similar size. So I mean, that was the thing that I knew that was going to be the case, and I was comfortable with that. I just go off the rails. I'm like, hey, I kept it similar. We're good. We're good. I don't have to make it all the same. Yep. Yeah, Michelle, those prices were amazing. I spent more than I realized. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. More than I realized. That's okay. All the bills are paid, right? We got food on the table. We're good. But was not aware of how much. But that's all right. Yeah, making garments is great. Let's see. And Barbara's like, I'm not selling it. I don't blame you. I'm not. Were there 8 colors that they had? I got 6 of them. And if there were 10, I got 8. There were 2 colors I didn't get. I didn't get the spicy tomato, and I didn't get the espresso. Those are the 2 colors I did not get. Pretty sure I got all the rest of the colors, about 8 skeins of each. Yeah, I went a little overboard. But, you know, I wanted the opportunity, if I decided to make a sweater, that I had enough for every color if I wanted to make a sweater, and, you know, if I changed my mind. Because it's not like I was going to get a chance to get it again. That, right? You either get it or you don't. That's all there is to it. And I got it. I love that. I'm not selling it. Yeah, Michelle, you know, the best thing, yeah, I've crocheted for 45 years here. The best thing with being able to do both is, thank you, Barbara. Wow, that is very wonderful. I appreciate that. The best about being able to do both is you have more options. You can mix the two. You can mix knitting and crocheting. You can, if you knit something, put the fancy little crocheted picot edge on it, you know, or crochet something and decide that you can knit the cuffs, right? Knit your cuffs, knit the waistband, knit the neckline, crochet the rest. Because let's face it, if you can knit, the knit cuffs have that professional look, right? Okay, I'm making things that foul, but they have more of a professional look on them, and they have more flexibility than the crocheted cuffs. Trust me, I have done the single crochet in the back loop, doing the ribbing with crocheting. But if you have that ability to do both, knit those things, crochet the rest. You get the best of both worlds. You get the gorgeous crochet work that is so popular right now, and you get the more hugging factor and lighter weight on that cuffs around your wrists and your waistline and everything with the knitting. It is the best. I mean, if you can do it, by all means, definitely go for that. That's the way to do it. So, well, yeah, I have talked about doing more of the tutorials. On tomorrow's video that I've already recorded, I do show picking up stitches on that sock. Yeah, that 18-year-old sock that, you know, has off the needles. Yeah. I printed that pattern in 2006. That's when I started that. I'm not joking. Those things are old. Yeah, 2006 is when I printed that. But it wasn't on the needles, so I put that on the needles, and it was you guys actually that suggested that I show how I do that, how I put those on the needles, what that looks like. So hopefully that comes across well, because I've already filmed that. So, you know, because if I'm going to be going on live right now, I got to have my video done, because otherwise it'll be up till midnight, and Mom will be cranky. But we're getting a blizzard tonight, so I'm gonna be working from home tomorrow, so that means I get to sleep in a little bit, right? So I don't have to get up at 6:30, because I don't have to drive into the office. So there is that. I get one day a week that I get the opportunity to work from home, and the blizzard is the day. Yeah, that's we're into blizzard warning. I'm like, all right, there's nothing right now. Okay, I'm looking out the window. It is wet, which is not good, right? You know, the wet and everything's calm before the storm. Yeah, that's where we're at. So Rachel, you made a sweater vest for your hubby, and it took 4 times and a new pattern to get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh my gosh. Some of my older videos, my husband, he's always warm-blooded, and you know, for the years I didn't make him sweaters. The last sweater I made, I think, previous to this, you know, having the channel and everything, was a crocheted sweater, cables. I put some serious crochet cables, love the texture stitches. That's what got me into knitting to begin with. And he's just so warm-blooded. He didn't wear it. You know, I wish I still had it. We had it a few years ago, and then, you know, we moved, so I don't know. I can't imagine that we would have donated it. It's not like it fit anyone. But, you know, just the memories and stuff. But I do have a picture of him holding our son, who's 31, wearing it. But, you know, I mean, I just didn't make him sweaters. And then he wanted one, and I started it when I was in Maryland. And multiple pieces. So the back piece, I did all seed stitch. It's beautiful. And then I started, it was going to be a cardigan. And then I started the front piece. And of course, you know, I took the pattern and then I did everything different than what the pattern said, right? The only thing that stayed the same was it was going to be a vest type of a situation. So then I did the one panel, and then I started the other panel. Okay. And then I'm holding them together. And these are 3 different gauges. The back doesn't match the fronts, and there's no amount of blocking you're going to do to make that work. And then I just rolled it up and I stuffed it away for a while, because what do you do with that? And you know, it's like, okay, well, what piece do you keep? Because they're all 3 different. They're all 3 different sizes. They go to different sweaters. They go to different somethings. So it wasn't salvageable, and it kind of hurt my feelings, because that took a long time. So I left it for a while. I'm like, no. And then hubby's like, I really want a sweater like that. So I bought more yarn, because, well, I bought enough to make a vest to begin with, an extra. And then he wanted a sweater. So of course I wanted to make sure I had the same dye lot. So I got the same yarn, but a lot more quantity. And because, hey, sleeves take some time. So I started that, and I did a gauge swatch. Gauges lie. Just gonna throw that out there. Gauges lie. I did my gauge swatch, and then I cast on and I'm doing the ribbing. Well, when you're casting on and you're doing your ribbing, you're on your needles and it's all scrunched up together. You know, even if you have larger needles, right? So you can't really tell the size until you get after the ribbing for quite a bit. Yeah, that ribbing was like 55 inches, 60 inches, something like that. So I did a full skein. And I don't know, I think hubby and I could have both worn it, right? It was like this. It was just, you know, I can't even get it all in frame, right? It was yeah, there's no salvaging it because it was that big. It was way big. And he's like, that's not gonna add some serious positive ease. It was so huge. Had to rip it completely out and start again. Okay, there you go. So then when I started my husband's sweater with the Arcane Fiberworks, right? And the worsted weight one, his Saint Nick sweater, I did the same thing. I went through and got a full skein into it and going, it's huge. It is way too big. So sad, so sad. So I did better with this one. With my Arcane Fiberworks sweater that I made for myself and fingering weight yarn, I had my husband try it on. It was kind of funny because obviously it did not fit. It's form fitting to me, so it's like it did not fit. But it gave me a gauge idea. I knew obviously this is too small for this man. Just because you can put something on does not mean that it is, you know, it fits. And I had waist shaping and all that other stuff because I'm a girl. But it gave me the idea of how much I needed to increase to have something that worked for him. So on this one, I did not pull anything out. Well, I did make 3 sleeves, so there is that. But I didn't have to have 2 full starts of the sweater to get going on it. So I learned something, right? What did we learn? Cages lie. That's what we learned. We learned that they lie. So, tutorials, let's see. I look forward to Sham's. Yeah, I just, you know, this is, it was funny when I first started doing my videos. I knew from my very first video that I would be doing videos daily. I just did. From my very first video, whether people were watching it or not, I've done daily videos. There's a couple days that I missed because either I was sick or like hubby was in the hospital once or something, you know, that type of thing. But other than that, I am here daily. And when I first started, hubby was like, hey, you know, it was time that he wasn't used to me not being with him. And it was a little contentious. We had a conversation, and now he's like, hey, honey, have you done your video? Hey. And then not only that, when I read the comments, he's cracking up, you know, and he's like, hey, you know, and he'll egg me on. He'll do things along that line. So he's part of the channel. He's like the silent on the backside, but he's definitely part of the channel, and he is so supportive. It just took a little bit for him to realize that no, I'm here daily. This is my thing. You know, it's either I'm going to be here talking to everyone about yarn, or I'm going to sit next to you and I'm like, hey, look at this, look at my color, look at my color, look at my color. What do you think? Can you see it? He tries. He's hilarious. So if I'm showing him a pattern of something and, you know, the gauge swatch that's this big, I mean, come on, do I really want to do a 4-inch square? No. But anyway, so I'm showing him something and I said, what do you think? Because I'll get, you know, just so much as a starting. It's like, it's not far enough. I can't see it. I'm like, I should not have to get 6 inches on an 8-inch hat before you can see the pattern and what's going on. He doesn't. He doesn't. I'm not sure if he really doesn't or he just says that so I'll go away. But he should know by now I'm not going to go away. I'm not. I'm right there. I'm in your face. Hi. Want to see my yarn? No. Well, I'm going to show it to you anyway. Because that's what I do. I tried to get him to learn how to crochet back in the day, and he was not having it. I think he picked up a hook once. Yeah, it didn't work. He was not having it. Maisie, okay, so you got 10 of each color. I got, talking about the hanks again, like what I'm wearing here. I think there were 2 colors I ended up getting 10 of, but everything else I got 8. And there were the spicy tomato and the espresso were the 2 colors that I did not get. This one's obviously my favorite color, so I had to get a couple more of that one because, you know, I'd used 2 skeins on this, right? So I had to get some more in case I wanted to make a matching sweater. I mean, it's important. You can't have enough of this color. That's my favorite color. We know this. So that's how that goes. Oh, oh, hi Izzy. Thank you. I'm glad that you told me what your name was. I didn't know how to refer to you, so there you have it. I'm assuming you have dogs. We have 3. There you go. Hi Tracy. Um, okay, look up S Taco Jolly yarn. It's the same as Joanne Hank yarn. Same color. Really? How much is theirs? How much of a deal did we get? We want to know. We want to feel good about ourselves with all of our thing. Hi Khalid, how are you doing tonight? I hope you're having a good night. Waiting for the storm to come in, all the snow and everything. Michelle, I don't have any knitters close to me either. Well, that's the best part about YouTube is you have that ability to see other people and what they're working on and learn some things. And with mine, I think my stuff, the lessons I give is like, oh look, here's my, want to see what I did, and then you can learn from my mistakes, or you can do the same mistake, and then we can both laugh about it together, because I'm good with that too. I mean that's how that works, because you either laugh or you cry about the stuff. So I prefer to laugh about it. That's the way that's how. Let's see. Hosted woman, I'm making headway in my knitting. I'm so glad I stuck to it. I quit several times. You know, a lot of people commented on that when they first started to knit. It took a little bit, and then when it clicked, it clicked. I know I watched Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches when she first learned how to knit, and she commented on the same thing. It took her multiple tries, and I'm so proud of the things that she's been able to make, and the fact that she's jumped on socks and some other things that I'm like, I was not there when I first started. So it's impressive to me to see other people pick up in a faster way than what I did, right? Okay, I got there. I got there. I'm making it now. I did it. It's just perseverance. That's what I tell everyone. Whether you're knitting or you're crocheting, people will ask me, is that hard? Not really, but it depends on you. If you are dedicated and you want to get something done and you want to work on the whatever the thing is, you'll make it. There's no doubt you will make it happen. But if you're, I want instant gratification, I want to make a king size blanket first thing. Hey, I'm not making fun of anyone making king size blankets. There are people on my channel that talk about their work on the king size, and I'm like, more power to you. You are amazing. But is that a good first project? It might be, and it depends on the person. It's going to take a long time. And if you're okay with that, then by all means go for it. But if done right away, maybe do a washcloth, right? And you're like, I don't want to do a washcloth, it's boring. I know it is. It is boring. And then the scarf is not the fastest project. People are like, I'll make a scarf. It'll be my first thing. Yeah, that's a lot. It's not hard. It's just a lot. And if you want to have that accomplishment right away, you're not necessarily going to do it. My first scarf, it was in filet crochet. It was yellow. Made it for my dad. Ran out of yarn. I was 10, 11 years old. It off like this wide. And it ended up like that wide. Yeah, it wasn't so too, but it did. And I didn't have enough yarn for fringe or anything. You know, I used my entire dirty yellow, and it started off clean, but it was, you know, I was a child, so I would crochet because that's all I could do at that time, and everything was crochet. I didn't know how to knit then, and I wouldn't have. So I was crocheting with this, and then I'd rip out what I made, and then I would crochet something, and you know how that goes, right? I was practicing. So I made this filet crocheted scarf, and I gave it to my dad, and I was so very proud. And God love him, he wore that thing to work. He did. He wore it to work because his little girl made it for him. Not pretty. It was not pretty, and it was kind of had an unfinished look because there was no fringe or anything else on it, and it was wonky because, like I said, it started off like this and is like that, and yeah. But he did. He was so proud, and yeah, that's a parent. That's a parent right there, because it wasn't pretty. That is a parent. You know, I would like to have that one. You know, but there is that. That one's gone. Let's see. Oh, it's. Thank you, Colleen. That was very nice of you. Thank you. Those gloves you made for the hooker versus hooker were saying a league of their own. Yeah, these are the gloves that she's talking about. This was the competition for bragging only. It is by some other YouTubers, and it's called Hooker versus Hooker. And the concept is you have subscribers and you have channel YouTube content creators, and a project, and the colors are picked. So I didn't know what the project was going to be. I had November, and I didn't know the colors. The colors that were chosen were gray, black, and white, and it was something for the hands. So it could be anything for the hands, right? It was something for the hands. And I had never made a pair of gloves before. Doing the fingers always intimidated me. But I wanted to make vintage gloves, and that is what this is. That is lace weight yarn, and is my vintage crochet gloves. And if I ever make another, I did learn some things on that I would do a little bit differently. And then the embellishments right here, I got out some of my Irish crochet books and some traditional Irish crochet, like, you know, 100-plus-year-old type patterns with the very dimensional stuff on it. So that's what that is. If I didn't have it for the specific colors, I don't think I would have put those on it, but for the actual competition, I did. And I got second place. So there you have it. So it's my vintage gloves. These are, you know, just the typical let's go to church type things before I was around, because I don't remember, you know, I had a different childhood, so we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, it was just absolutely amazing. I would make the fingers just a little bit not quite as long next time if I were to do it again. I had a vintage pattern online, you know, like the 100-plus-year-old pattern, some of the free patterns that you can love. And I had to adjust it because even though I was crocheting with lace yarn, it was still larger. I was getting a larger gauge than what the pattern had required. I mean, you're talking about more towards a sewing thread type of a yarn was needed. Thread number 70, I think, and number 10 is more like your fingering weight. That's the crochet bedspread thread. So very, very tiny, very, very small. So I had to do some adjustment to the pattern. I kept it to the spirit of what the original pattern was, but my gauge was way bigger. So did have to do some adjustments, and there you have it. But it was fun because it encouraged me to do something that I'd always wanted to do, just never got around to it, and we know how that goes. So I was able to do that. It's like, yes, finally, I did it. Woo, Lori, Armchair Chef Lori, I see you. Wow, I can see you. You can't see me when I'm on your lives. Huh. Lori, the Armchair Chef, if you don't know her, follow her. Just copy down her name because I don't have the little drop thingies. But YouTube thinks we don't like each other, so I'm shadow banned. So there you have it. She can't see me when I comment on her stuff. So thank you, Linda, for letting me know. But yeah, that's crazy. I can actually see her. That is surprising. Yep. And yeah, you know, I don't doubt that that is the same yarn that you found and everything. It's $11.99. I think somebody else was commenting that on ice, and it was in one of my videos, or one of the comments down below in one of my videos, they gave the nomenclature to go to ice yarn, and yeah, it is the same, and it's like that $11.99 a skein also. So I don't doubt it's the same yarn. I'm really happy I got it for $5. Really happy I got it for $5. Would I buy it $11.99? Yes. Yes. Buy as many as I bought? No. No, I would not. I would not need to buy all of the colors that I purchased in sweater quantities. But I would, you know, at $5 because I did. So yeah, I can see Lori on my live, which is crazy. That's, yep. Yeah, so I can see you on my live, which is interesting. But when Lori comments on any of my channels, if I try to comment back, it won't let me comment back. I can put a heart on hers, so she just looks like, you know, as far as she's concerned, I'm ignoring her. But it won't let me actually respond. I've contacted YouTube, and their YouTube bots that they respond back with. I tried multiple times. They're very annoying. So, yep. Let's see. Hi there, I'm here, but yep. So I got both the Loris, Classroom Lori and Chef Lori. The black and blue they have really look like I like that black sesame. That is really nice. I didn't realize that I had that blue in there. That is really pretty. And I'm with you. I'm thankful we got them when we did. Get your blanket done? Oh, the Loris are calling each other out. Chef Lori, are you getting the blizzard too? I don't doubt it. In Utah, somebody else in Utah was talking about it, and yeah, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get hit with that. And thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that with the gloves. I haven't worn them in public, like, you know, actual event type of a thing, but there you go. Oh, so hi Christy. It's nice having you here. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I'm surprised I can see her. That's weird. Yep. You know, Christy, well, that is interesting. I don't know. YouTube's weird. I did and came on the live I think I gave like a 15-minute notice. Like, hi, I'm going live. Well, okay, actually trying to go live, and I was pushing a bunch of buttons, and then a little timer said you're live in 15 minutes. I'm like, okay. So otherwise it went out and there was a notification to some people that I was going live in 15 minutes. So I couldn't back out at that point, right? I can't say it's going live and then not show up. I don't think that would work out well. I think people would get grumpy. I think I'd get grumpy if I showed up to a live and the person didn't actually show up. So then I just sat here. I'm like, I guess I'm going live. Until my device goes dead, I'm going live. That's how that works. So no telling with YouTube on their notifications. Okay. Yeah, we haven't started our snow yet, but it's getting there. No, but working on furiously. Oh, baby. Oh, see, your baby was born. You definitely have to work on yours. But you know what the nice thing is when you're making a baby thing for, brand new newborn? They don't know that you were a few days late. They don't know. And mommy will still appreciate it. And unless you made something like newborn size and you didn't get them until they were 6 months old, it'll still work. And if it's a blanket, it'll definitely still work. So you got time. No stress. You got time. Oh, there you go. How have I been here? It says 56 minutes. Oh, or no, that little counter thing, 61 minutes. Yeah, the little counter thing says 61. I've been here for an hour. So there we go. Just, and it's funny because I recoil right before doing this. I don't shut up. I don't shut up. Yeah, there's that. People who know me in real life know that's true too. Like, she doesn't stop. So, the people that aren't familiar, I was in the military, many, yeah. I did a lot of years in the military. So in basic training, I went to basic training in 1987. I know. So my nickname in basic training, the drill sergeants called me Mouth. I did not shut up. And I'm telling you, that's not a good trait when you're in basic training. It's not a good trait. You do a lot of push-ups, or in my case, I attempted to do a lot of push-ups. Because I could not do a correct push-up when I went in. Not one, I could try, get in the leaning rest position, my face turns bright red. I'm a white girl and I turn red, So, yeah, I got trouble because I just couldn't keep my mouth shut. Yeah, there's that. You can see it though, can't you? I mean, you can really see that. And I had opinions and I talked, and it's not a place to have opinions and talk. It's not. It's good in some aspects. It's good in some career fields. Not good in basic training in the 80s. It's not good. No. Nope. Fran got a notification. No, this isn't my first live ever. I have done other lives. I just don't do them super often. I'm like a child getting into a bathtub, right? They don't want to get in. Actually, I have no problems doing it. It's just whatever. But once I get on, I don't shut up. I just don't shut up until my device goes dead, right? So yeah, it takes me a little while to actually schedule it and show up. But once I'm here, you got me. I'm here. I'm just chatting. That's all there is to it. I'm like, hey, I can still talk. I got this. Yep. Okay. So Michelle's also telling you don't stress. Oh yeah, Michelle's working on the baby blanket and he'll be in there 3 weeks. Yeah, but see, he's 3 weeks. He doesn't know. The baby doesn't care. Yeah, we were just talking about this. This is that pattern, the poncho that Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches designed, and she did hers in worsted weight yarn. That's a recommendation and a suggestion, and I don't follow those. So I did mine in fingering weight yarn, and I added 4 rounds to it, and she did put the note that I did differently on her community page, or they're called posts now. But yeah, it's there if you want the differences between worsted weight and fingering weight. So I kept the same style that she had, but I just changed a few things out. Yeah, because I'm fingering weight as opposed to worsted weight. Yeah, there's that. You're making that cape next with the same yarn. Oh, lovely. Okay, so you already got the notes. Yeah, I was just talking about that. So Barbara grabbed the notes from Jennifer. I sent them to her because it's her pattern. She's touchy, which I get about, people stealing stuff or calling it theirs. I'm not calling it mine. I added some stuff to hers, but it is not my pattern. So that's why I just sent them to her and said, if you want to share them, by all means. And she immediately put them out. So I thought that was really nice. Yeah, but I retired out of the Guard. I did 27 years in the military between the active Army, the reserves, and the National Guard. So I don't get the full retirement. I'm 60, but there you go. But 27 years, that's a long time. That's a long, I wore the uniform for 23 years. Yeah, because there's a few years that it was just like part-time type thing, but everything else was more full-time. Yeah, lots of fun. You know what made things easier for getting ready for work? Now I'm in the civilian world, and I actually had on real clothes. And my fashion sense is interesting. It's a good way to put it. I like a lot of colors. We know this. And I just like to throw them all. You kind of see me coming is a good way to put it. And then I've got crazy shoes because, well, I mean, uniform, that's all I wore for 23 years. Was in for 27, but you know, whatever. But yeah, that's all I wore. So I didn't have to have other clothes. I didn't have to have whatever. And then I got out during the pandemic, and right when all that stuff was happening. So my civilian job, I ended up buying clothes at King Soopers because I didn't have business casual, and all the stores were closed. We know that. And you had Walmart, Super Walmart, had a Super King Supers where we're at, like Kroger, right? And similar to that, so they had clothes. So I bought some dress shirts, more towards dress shirts, and try to get some, you know, jeans without holes in them, and you know, some dress pants or what have you. But yeah, I bought them at the grocery store because that's what was open. But learning how to dress business. But then they did all the pandemic stuff. They were like, okay, you can do your Saturday best. So then it went to jeans without holes in them. So that made it a little bit easier. Yep, definitely. Nuke then Zeppo. Yeah. What branch were you in? Yep, I already said all three of those. Is that finished? It looks kind of short. This, no, it's finished. I added 4 rows. Remember, well, here, I pull it down. Is that better? It's my cape. I added 4 rows to this one compared to what Jennifer, because I did the fingering weight yarn as opposed to the worsted weight, but I did make it a little bit big for as far as that goes. No, I haven't worn it to work yet. I really do need to, and I think it looks good with this. What do you think? It does, because I mean, it's got the same colors in it, and then the pretty necklace is the same color. Yeah, I have matching coordinating things. There you go. Well, it helps when you like. It's interesting. So my clothes, I have some matchings, but my yarn, when I make something, none of it matches. You would think things would match, and you would think my leftovers would match so I could make a scrappy project that works well. They don't match. It's like the Fighting Irish. They don't match at all. I mean, it's like multiple people, you know, like in the crazy bin, all got together and went, hey, let's do this thing. That's how my scraps look. Because I'll look at other people for inspiration and said, look at this scrappy project. You can go ahead and take all your scraps together and work them in a fade, and it's beautiful. And I'm like, mine don't look like that. Mine don't look like that. No. You've seen some of the things I make. I mean, you look at some of the things that I show, especially on like the Monday video, because it's everything I worked on for the week. They don't match. None of that stuff matches. So then I have all this leftover yarn. None of it matches. Scrappy projects are kind of chaotic. Yeah, kind of chaotic. Oh, my pleasure service. My husband did 21 years and I did 27 and our son did 4. So kind of the whole military thing. He says I did 27 because I hate change, and I can't say he's wrong. So there's that. Yep. Let's see, did I teach anyone else in the military how to knit or crochet? A couple people, but not so much. They just weren't interested. And more towards when I was in the military, it was just the crochet. Oh, you know what? I did. So I was in Virginia. I was in for less than 4 years at this point, I think. Or yeah. So new to the duty assignment, and I was making Christmas stockings like this big, and sold them for $1 or something. I remember that, and went into the unit fund. Yeah, I donated the money and everything. I made 150 of these things and went into the unit fund. So I was teaching the guys, literally the guys, how to crochet so they could make those also. So there were a couple of them that they made too that we sold and everything. It went into the community fund. So yeah, there were a few people that I did teach. Did they stick with it? Seriously doubt it. But it was pretty cool when you had 18-year-old guys, you know, 18, 19-year-old, maybe 20, making crocheted Christmas stockings with me. So that was kind of fun. So I did teach some. So there's that. Hi, Dominique. How are you doing? Stare in the closet. How about wearing the blue scrubs? That's funny. Let's see. Lori's saying, both of my hubby's jobs are uniforms. I didn't know what he would do if he had to wear regular clothes to work. You know, we joke about that, but there's some truth to that. I was really stressed when I got out of the military and everything. I started working with Raytheon. I don't work there anymore, but I did. And I was working on, and that was the, okay, out of the military, I've got a job at Raytheon. What do I wear? Business casual. What's business casual? I'm Googling business casual, not a joke. What exactly is business casual? What does that mean? What should I really be wearing? And then of course, like I said, I'm buying my clothes at King Supers because this is during the pandemic and they didn't have places you could just necessarily go and try on clothes. And people are like, buy them from Amazon and have them shipped. Okay, that's cool. Okay, as a woman, I saw this meme the other day and everything said, this is why women have problem shopping. And it had 4 pairs of pants laying out. And they said, they're all the same size. And they were like here and here and here, but they all had the same number on it. I don't care if you tell me that I'm buying a 24 wide if it fits. I don't care if you tell me that it's a 12 petite and it fits. I just don't care, because that part, hi honey, that part is tucked in the back of the where people don't get to see it. It doesn't matter to me what the nomenclature is on it. Just be real with me so that I can buy it one time and I don't have to ship it back and it will fit. So there's that. And yeah, stuff on Amazon and everything, yes I have, and I've had okay success, but that's an interesting one. Yeah, so I didn't know what to wear. No. My husband laughed at me, but when he was going to work and everything and had a professional job, tangle up my yarn, when he had the professional job, he went to Men's Warehouse or Joseph A. Bank, and you go in there, and if you want to, you can be the Ken doll and just stand like this, and they will, okay, this is too big, and then they will tailor it. They get the guy out there and the measuring tape and the chalk, and he writes all over the things, and then you come back and you pick up your suit. That's how that works. You give them all your money, and then they give you back clothing, your body. And that's what he did. But they didn't have anything like that for men, definitely that I didn't want to pay for. But, we didn't have that. So I'm like, what size are you? I don't know. Because, again, they're the nomenclature, same size, this one, this one, this one, this one. I don't care what the number is. And then they do that to the United States and everything too. It's like, they shrink down the numbers because it makes us feel better. I'm wearing a size 12. No, you're not. Or whatever. That might be what the number says, but that wasn't the same size when we were a kid, because they try to make us feel better. And that's true too, because I've got some of the older knitting magazines. Like I found in a thrift store a 50-year-old Vogue magazine, knitting magazine, with the sizes, and there's nothing in that magazine that's anywhere remotely to my size. And it states that they go up to the size large or whatever, but I had to add about another 10 inches, So, sizes have changed. The numbers have changed because we've grown. As Americans, we've grown. Enough said on that one. But so, I don't know. So, I worked with computers in the service. Yeah, my job's always been working with computers in one form or another. And guess what? So is my civilian job, working with computers in one form or another. So I did with Raytheon. That's what I do with the job that I'm at now. One form or another, I'm working on computers. So the military taught me something. They gave me a skill. Oh, Dominique, you're starting your first sweater. Knit or crochet, and are you doing a pattern? Or making it up as you go? Like, ooh, that's exciting. That is. I'm impressing the hubby. Oh, that's cool. I don't know what I said, but that's awesome. I like that. Oh, you worked at Raytheon for 15 years? Yeah, my husband worked at Raytheon quite a few years ago, and then I jumped on. Yeah, I enjoyed my time there. I really did. I was working on the GPS system, but that's what I did anyway. Yeah, so fun. Frozen. It's like, I don't know what Frozen. Great idea, Barbara, and Frozen. I want to wear it over. Oh, okay, yeah, the shrug and everything. Yeah, that would be nice. Thank you. It's women's size all over. Yeah, see, that's it. I don't like the women's. They're just crazy. I thought it was mine that kept freezing. Oh, the military train you so you can track your knit and crochet project. Yes. That's true. I do. I have that, and I like my spreadsheets. For do it for work stuff. Well, yeah, I have spreadsheets for work, but I'm like, the spreadsheets at home are mine, right? Yeah, the flax sweater is a good pattern. That is. So Dominique is doing the flax sweater. Are you doing it in worsted weight or DK, or what weight yarn are you using? Let's see. I don't know. But I've got the flax DK that I'm working on right now, but I have done it with the worsted weight previously. And another one, if you're looking at, has the crew neck right here, is Brick, B-R-I-C-K, and that's a free pattern on Ravelry, and that's a really good blank slate pattern also, like Flax is, the Tin Can Knits are. Love those. I absolutely do love those. Oh, so we're both DK one also. So yeah, I'm doing the DK with the Big Twist Menagerie. I keep saying melange. The Big Twist Menagerie. I'm on my second skein with that right now. So that stuff goes a long way. 410 yards, that goes a long way. Yep. Parrot Missile. Sorry, my screen froze. Oh, not even looking. I don't know. I'll blame it on my husband. He's playing video games. It's his fault. He took all my internet. I don't think that's really how that works, but whatever. I'll go with it. I'll tease him anyway. He'll tease me right back, but I'll tease him anyway. I don't think I got the Dart Frog colorway. I think there was like, I'm not sure. There were two colors I think I didn't get because they were also similar to the other colors that I already got. Just like the Hank yarn like this, there were two colors I didn't get. It's the same with the Menagerie. There were two that I didn't get. Like, I don't know. But they were all pretty. I was really surprised at how well that stuff works out. I've crocheted 2 skeins, and I'm on my second skein for knitting. And thankfully, I've not come across any knots. It has a silky smooth feel to it, and it works up really nice in both knitting and crocheting. So, I mean, you gotta love that about a yarn. And I think I got those when they were $2.99. So, even better. Yeah, even better. Yep. Yeah. Yep, I was working on the GPS and everything because I'm out in the Denver area. So I'd gotten hired for a different position, but some logistics happened and everything, so I ended up on the GPS program. Like, whatever. It worked. It was a good experience. It really was. It was a good experience being in the civilian world. Weird. Oh my gosh. So weird compared to the military. But it was a good middle job, good middle job before the job that I've got now. So that worked out really well. So it did. It did what it was supposed to do. It helped me to get into the civilian life. Weird, just not gonna lie. There's a difference between civilians and military. There's a difference, right? And like there's that, I don't know. You know, military, they just tell you what to do. Civilians, you have to ask them. Like, oh, what weird. I'm just saying, it's weird. So I do home caregiving with the elderly, so wear leggings and scrubs. Lots of, yeah, that, you know what, there's nothing wrong with that. Might as well have fun. Joanne came out with so many amazing, I know. Well, see, they did have the KNC for a while before the bankruptcy. Like this one, the first time I saw this yarn, Crystal from Bag a Day Crochet, she showed it. And she's not the fingering weight gal. But, you know, I'm like, hello, this color? Yes, yes, please. But she had shown that. So they'd had it for quite some time. It was just online only. And where'd that other yarn go? This one, the Surlux, they had this in my store, which was nice because online, they say this is a 2-weight. No, it's not. It's a worsted weight. This is one of those that can be worked either a DK weight or worsted weight. And I think it's very similar to the like Malabrigo Rios. And, you know, seeing it online only, yes, it's pretty. I get that. But when you're saying it's a 2-weight, I at first didn't want to get it either because I didn't want another smaller weight yarn because we know I have enough small weight yarn. And like, I don't really need that. And then trying to show it off or like, hey guys, hey, this is a new one you might be interested in. I don't know how much people are as interested in the smaller weight yarns. This was just no brainer for me. That's just love at first sight. But it didn't really appeal to me. But when I saw it in the stores, I'm like, oh, that's a Rios knockoff. That's really pretty. That's not a 2-weight, and that's going to appeal to more people. And when they put them on sale, because that's $14.99 regular price, and right now they're like $11.24. They're on sale for $11.24. But when they put them at the bigger discount, and we were able to stack those coupons, I'm like, okay, I got the green, which is called Oil Slick. It's got greens and blacks and everything. And then I got the pumpkin pie because orange. Hello, of course I did. You know, and those were what my store had in stock, so I was able to get those. They just had a couple of this, not a sweater quantity, so I just got the one and made a hat with it. It's around here somewhere, I don't know. But made a hat with it, enjoy it, and I think this will be good with color work. The rest of it, isn't that pretty? I think it's nice. but they just didn't market the KNC stuff the way I think that they should have. People didn't realize that it was there, and they didn't push it as far as their sales are concerned, like, hey, luxury yarn, look at this, you know. Because you go to a local yarn store, and like these hanks of yarn that I got for $5 with the massive discounts, it's $20 to $40. Not a joke. It's 20 to 40 for the hand-dyed stuff, depending on who is dyeing it. And then they can go on sale a little bit, but that's just a little bit. You know what I'm getting at? And so if you can get these higher end things in the big box store, yes, it's big, it's more expensive than the Big Twist, it's more expensive than the Vortex, so you know, all the other, the menagerie and everything else, but it's nowhere near the same as going to the local yarn store. And I think they really missed their market on that one, but that's just my opinion. I think they missed their market on a lot of stuff, which is why they're going out of business. But that was sad. But let's see, so Art of the Dark Frog, but it was ooh, oh, that's sad. You had an order got missing. That is sad. I'm sorry. And Maisie also had some that were going missing. That's sad. Yep. Yeah, they'll probably refund the money. That's a good thing to check. Ooh, first row your collar is complete. That's exciting. So Dominique's working on the flax sweater in the DK. Same as I am. It's lots of fun. Yeah. A refund. That's good, but I'm sure that was still sad because especially if you wanted that yarn for a specific reason, yeah, that is sad because you had plans for it. You wanted to have it. And even if you're not planning on using it right away, you still sourced it. You hunted it down. You got it on a price that you're willing to pay for. I mean, all of those things. There's a lot of emotion built up in that, right? You know, I mean, there is. That's why I fill up carts even if I don't have an intention of buying something. I was doing that earlier today. Hobby Town, Hobby something. Do I still have the tab up? Is it? Okay. It is, what am I at? Okay. Hobby Wool. Yeah, Hobby Wool, because I was looking at one of the books and it was Knit Like a Lavatan and Lavatan socks and other Lavatan things, and that is color work. That is straight up color work. And they had the, hey, you can buy the yarn and everything from here. So I clicked link, and it's a 2-ply wool, just a, you know, more like a sport weight wool. It's gonna have that grab to it, and it's great for color work. And if you're wanting something, you know, stateside, like Knit Picks palette would be very similar to that type of a thing, you know, like fingering / sport weight. Tons and tons of colors, great for doing your color work. So down the rabbit hole as far as that's concerned, and I was looking at going, ooh, pretty, let's see all these pretty colors, you know. But these are just, you know, sets. There you go, 25 grams per each one, €9 each. I was just looking at it. I didn't push the button, I'm just playing. I was just looking at all the colors. And then they had the kits too. I'm like, oh, I want a kit. See? Look, isn't that pretty? Like, I want a kit. Isn't that nice? You know, and it said on this one, it's like, yeah, even the boxes are handmade, and they explained how the wool was made and carded. I'm like, ooh, got me. An original ethnographic pattern of Lavatan woolen socks. The wool comes from a family-owned farm and is sheared by hands and then made into wool. The wool is rolled up by hands. Even the knit box is handmade. The perfect gift for knitting enthusiasts or the ones who only learn how to knit. Like, what, only want to learn how to knit? I'm not sure, but it got me. I haven't ordered. It's okay, but I got it bookmarked, so I can always check it out, you know, at another time, because it sounds like fun. I'm like, I need that. I need that in my life. No, I don't. No, I don't. I have enough. For the most part, I'm really happy with everything that I got from Joanne, and it's kept me away from buying anything else because I went a bit nuts on the Joanne stuff. I did not go nuts on the Big Twist because I just didn't have the space for it. I went all the Big Twist value. I went nuts on just about everything else, and I'm not upset that I missed out on the Big Twist value. I mean, I could still get, but I'm not going to. I was really happy with all the different things because I made things with everything. I did something with each line I bought. Okay, I haven't finished anything with this. This is the Cloud Packet, but I started something, right? Something and working on with every line. And I've not done that before. I know when a few years ago, when I first discovered like the Hobby Lobby sales, that's when they still had yarn from all the different companies and they had everything 75% off. Yeah, I went and just indiscriminately like bought everything, that type of situation. And I didn't really use any of the yarn lines. And it's not until recently where I'm making things for the grandkids that I'm pulling some of that Hobby Lobby yarn that I got years ago and never touched. So I was pleased with the Joanne orders that I've made something with every line. I've worked on it and I've made something. That to me is exciting. So I didn't just get it just to get it because you can't get it anymore, right? And just put it on a shelf somewhere and ignore it and maybe I might get to it in 10 years. I did something. And in my girl math, my yarn girl math, I use the yarn. I use the yarn. You're like, yeah, but you have like this mountain. Just don't, that's details. That is details. And I don't need any of that negativity in my life. That is details. I use the yarn. Every line. I use the yarn. But that's just my logic. And don't go by my logic. You'll run out of space. So did that with the sock yarn store a couple hours from here. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Double tap the screen to leave a thumb. Yeah, oh, thumbs up. Yeah, cool. We can do thumbs up. Yeah. Say hi, everybody. Do thumbs up. There you go. YouTube likes that, and YouTube rules this thing. Let's see. So refunded the money. They did refund, which is good. Double tap. Yeah, I would be disappointed on the yarn. I don't know. Thanks. I did that with Sock Yarn Store in a couple hours from here. There's a sock yarn store? I don't have a sock yarn store. I mean, we have stores that definitely carry sock yarn, and that's my weakness. Oh my gosh, we know that. That is my weakness. It is just not the right yarn to have as your weakness and have a YouTube channel, is all I'm saying. It just takes a lot longer to work through the fingering weight yarn. It's my favorite, so I'm gonna continue doing it. It's my favorite. We know it's not my favorite. Nope. Nope. Yeah, hi Star. Yeah, I've been just chatting away and everything, talking about yarn stuff, right? Yep. So, hitting the 3 dots. I don't know. Yarn spree supposed to carry a big. I've heard that. I heard somebody else comment because everyone's talking about Joanne right now and go to court and they're closing or they're not closing. I was just showing yarns. That's it. Like there's other people that are doing that. I'm just showing all the pretty yarns. There you go. Guess Caroline. Thank you for joining, Caroline. That was nice having you here. Yep. Cloud Packs. Ooh, what sweater are you using? I'm doing like the bloom pattern. Do I have the hat still here? I don't know. Things fell. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah, like the alpine bloom kind of a thing. Yeah, the big flowers. That's what I'm doing in mine. But then it got me thinking. Okay, it didn't get me thinking, but it was pointed out. I don't want them all going right here and like, especially lining up. Yeah, we don't want them lining up. Enough said. So now I gotta have to rethink it because I'm not sure where those big flowers are gonna land. Yeah, not good, not good. See, that's right. See, finished a hat with it, but I haven't done anything with my sweater. I just did the collar with the sweater. I haven't added anything else to it. Stepped away from the value and got some of that nice. That's what I did. I got all the nicer yarns and I didn't get any more of the big twist value. Figure I've got enough to work through right now, so we're good. I'm good with that. Yep. Working with the KFC's Hanks, yeah. We know. I like those. Right. Well, the price will jump like Red Heart if they do carry. I doubt it. I don't. I think if the Yarn Inspiration carries it, you're not going to get the sales and the discounts and stuff like we did at Joanne. I think that before they went into liquidation, that's when we saw the best prices and the best sales. Yep. I mean, it would be nice if they had them, but that's it. Hi, Star. How are you doing? It would be nice, but I don't know if that's going to... I don't have any inside knowledge anyway. It's just, I think with most of us, just guessing. But Joanne had it going pretty well with all their sales. I don't know all their other business practices, what they did and what they didn't do. I think they were in business 80 years. So it's going to be a big loss. And I feel really bad for all the people who deal with fabric and sewing is their bread and butter, craft, or their hobby of choice. Because that was the place to get fabric. I mean, I would do that for my mom when she was still around. I went to Walmart and I went to Joanne, and that's where I would get lots of fabric. I think there was one year the military and they had me stationed close to, I was in a course and it was close to where she was at. So I was in that course and the course was like 12 weeks long and there were 11 weekends. I drove the 100 miles to my mom's house. And on the way, I would stop at the Walmarts on the way and buy fabric. In that 3-month period, I bought her over 300 yards of fabric. Just everything. And it was paid back in dividends, as in she made so many quilts for me and the kids and the family and the whole 9 yards. And I was looking at it, I'm like, ooh, I picked this one out and this one and this one, you know, and I have all the memories of these were the fabrics that I had bought her and went down and, you know, I would just buy the whole bolt. I'm like, oh, wait, you know, go to the sale stuff, right? And just get the whole bolt. What I was doing, and she was just quilting everything. And my mom prepared a plan. So she not only made quilts for me and my husband and the kids, but she made quilts for the grandkids to include that she never met. So for each child, she had, like, my son wasn't married yet, so she made a wedding quilt for him and his future wife. He's married now, and made baby blankets for grandchildren, you know, so along that line. And it's kind of nice to when we open those things up and everything, and we have these new babies and they have a quilt from their great grandmother that, you know, they know in spirit. That's a good way to put it. So it was just a blessing to be able to do that. And so I feel for everyone who works with the crafts along that line. Where are they going to go? Because Walmart isn't the way that it was then as far as fabric's concerned, and Joanne was the place to go to be semi-affordable. And fabric is just crazy prices, but I guess you can say that on certain yarns too. So, you know, just depends on what it is. Let's see. Laura, Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. I have no idea if you put in emojis or something. I think that's one thing that Nightbot doesn't like. I have no idea what you may or may not have said one way or the other, but you know, I'm not whacking you. I'm not playing whack-a-mole on you. So there's something. But I do know, like, a lot of emojis it yells, so I don't know what you said. Yep. You have a daughter named Shannon, and her 2 daughters have red hair, but she doesn't. It's like, yeah, I like all the memories with my mom. That was, I mean, just my mom, of course, right? We should all have good memories of our mom, especially if they're not with us. You should remember all the good things. I do. That's where that goes. Grandma knit all of her grandkids a baby blanket, even though quite a few hadn't had kids yet. See, it's the same thing. That's what my mom did. And I just think it's a beautiful sentiment, you know, and something we should look to and aspire to. Oh, my phone says, you've been talking a long time. My phone's like, I'm about ready to quit. That's what my phone's saying. Let's see. About the miniature, yeah, the melange. I still, I have to think about it to get it right. The jelly bean and the rave. You know, I didn't get the jelly bean. I love the colors. And it was the lollipop, I think it was, that I was thinking of. There's one of them that came that I didn't like the feel of. And I kept thinking it was jelly bean. And then the last time I touched it, I'm like, oh, that's not it. Because the jelly bean had some great neon colors and some of that twirl and that sparkle thread kind of thing in it. But there was other one that was more rough feeling, like, nope. I didn't end up getting any too, but I got a lot of the other stuff. A lot of it. Yes, I did. Yep. I got a lot. Oh, all caps. That's funny. Hi, Laura. We're not mad at you. It's just weird. It is sad that 19,000. Ooh, I didn't know that's how many people were working at Joanne. That's a lot of people. Wow, that is really. I've probably been on for too long. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the Joy Strip. Yes, my son, he loves that blanket, and I think, you know, he's got to wrestle it from his wife. I'm pretty sure he loves it too. I was thinking of doing another one, but that would be pushing something else aside. And right now I'm having fun working on like 7 sweaters in a week. That's what I did last week, and I was thinking about trying to do that again this week and see how far I can get on each of them or something. You know, if I do like that much on each one a week, sooner they're going to get done, right? And then I'll just have this explosion, and then they'll have 7 sweaters, and then I can wear 1 sweater a day, you know, and going, this is my 7 sweater week. This is day 1. This is day 2, you know, and just all the, well, they're not all for me, but you get the idea, right? I can say, here's all the stuff. I think that might be a good idea. Yeah, I still try, but melange definitely slips in there. I know what I'm trying to say, but not saying it very, but, oh, yeah, okay, the thing says I've been on for 95 minutes, and my little phone keeps saying, you better hang up now, otherwise I'm going to pause you at the worst possible moment and not let you back in your live. That's happened. But when I let my phone die, And it was like on repeat at just some weird facial expression or whatever. And it was just like the last 5 seconds of the video, and I couldn't get back in the live, and I couldn't change it, and I couldn't gracefully end it. I don't know how you do it, but you know, other people can get back in their lives after kicked out. I wasn't able to. Michelle, I've got a couple of the Joy Strip blankets that I need to finish also. I started one with sock yarn and scraps, but I'm making the Nature's Walk with sock yarn, so you know they're both competing with sock yarn scraps. And I had the other one that I did the tutorial with, that I just did the tutorial with, so I have a almost like a pillow size that I could finish, right? So I'm right there with you on that. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so the Joy's Trip, that's a trip around the world blanket. Trip around the world is a traditional quilt pattern. You start with one block in the center, and then the next one you have a block here, the next color, one here, one here, one here, one here. So you have 4, and then the next one's just, you know, in diagonal all the way around, and it just radiates depending what colors are. But it's a very traditional quilt pattern, and it's in my playlist for the tutorials, and I show how to crochet that. And surprisingly, the larger hooks work really, really well. You know the hooks I don't like to use, you know, those really, really big ones? I've done it in the past with a size K crochet hook and had success, but I still thought the fabric was stiff. And then with all of the and the Big Yarn Challenge with Lori from Armchair Chef, I got some of these huge hooks, these size M, these gargantuan things. I know there's bigger, but come on now, this is still big. And surprisingly, this worked amazing with just worsted weight yarn, because the whole blanket is single crochet and chaining. Well, that can be pretty dense, pretty stiff, pretty dense. Using this gives the little bit more loose, a little bit more drapey. You don't have to use a 9mm M hook, but you can. You know, anywhere from a K to this, just to give it a little more drape so it's not so dense. And yeah, that's what that is. So welcome to go out there, check that out and everything and see what it is. Yep. And Linda made 2. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's a very big hook. I mean, I had it, and the K is just, for me, it was still a little bit too tight. And if you do go out and you look at the tutorial, some people will do the same thing that I've done, but single crochet every stitch. That is like armor. And especially if you're just doing it as a size K crochet hook with worsted weight yarn, that is like armor. So you need that extra breathability. So mine is single crochet chain, right? So you have a little bit more breathability. And then the larger hook, it's not, you know, it's not gonna stand up on its own, which is wonderful, because you want a blanket that's cuddles and wraps with you. It's not like you just leave it in a shape and it's a fort all by itself. So that's the way I did it, like that. Yep. Yep. You have 4 baby blankets. Well, maybe you should make one like that. You don't have to. You don't have to. But you could. You could do that. That would be fun. Yep. So Barbara, I agree. We should do this again. Let's see. You questioned my judgment when I had that. I know. But okay, so what hook size did you use, Michelle? What hook did you use? Did you use that big gargantuan hook? You know, other people have those normally. I don't normally. Or did you go for a normal size K hook? I don't know. But can you imagine doing that straight single crochet where I did chain stitch and do all single crochet with even a K hook? You know how dense and heavy and more yarn you're gonna use? That would be just crazy. Yeah, but it does make a difference. It does. With that, I should go. I mean, I have to upload my video and I haven't done any of that. Let's see. We use one every night for extra warm. Soft. Yeah, I like all the blankets. My husband uses the blanket that I knit for him, and it warms my heart. It really does. My first knit blanket like that, and he uses it every night, and he's all snuggled with it. Oh, it just does. There you go. Let's see, enjoyed you. Well, thank you so much. Well, I appreciate everybody being here, and I appreciate the new members and the support and just being on the lives and being a community and sharing. And hopefully you clicked on each other's names and everything, and maybe we're able to pick up some new subscribers and join in, because that's what we're all about, is just sharing and lifting each other up. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'm going to figure out what button it is I got to push up here to say goodbye. You guys, my typical, you guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. For me, it is definitely night. It is dark outside. It is night. For everyone who's on the replay, I have no idea. You guys have a great day. Bye. What button? There it is.